So think about drawing everything in towards your center. So feel your center nice and strong and active, with a gentle pelvic floor engagement and belly button lightly pulling in towards the back of your spine, and make sure your tailbone is dropping down. So if you've got a pronounced curvature in your lower back, it's going to slightly flatten out a wee bit, and then you're going to engage more through the front of your abdominal muscles. And then lengthen up here, because it's this bit that drops as we get older. So you need to think about lengthening up to your breastbone, and then feeling wide across the front here, where we get very tight and sometimes closed, and then lengthening up through the back of the neck and crown of head up towards the ceiling. And then the arms are just no tension through the shoulders. And then just nod your chin a little bit from one side. This is a good physio exercise, and it's really just to get any tension out of your neck and shoulders. Little bounces, and then bring your head back to center. And then we're going to bring the arms forward and up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to open into a wide V position. So when I go into this wide V, I'm just going to look up towards the ceiling, and I can feel my breastbone and my heart lift. Then from here, I'm going to take the arms as wide as I can, stretching from fingertip to fingertip. Then I'm going to bend my knees, and I'm going to flex. I'm going to flex forward, and I'm going to try and stretch out the middle to the lower part of my back. Okay, and then I'm going to take the arms wide again, and then back up towards the ceiling. So you've got this lovely back bend here, where you're opening up. The arms are open into a wide V. Then arms come wide out to the side. Then you flex forward, and you tuck your chin in to look towards your thighs, and billow out your lower back. Then bring the arms wide. And we'll just do that one more time, coming up and wide and flex and wide again. Very nice sequence. One more time, and into your V, arms wide and flex, tucking your chin in, and then opening wide again. Now take your legs really wide, as wide apart as you comfortably can, and just place your hands onto your hips. And I want you to do a wide plie, and I want you to sink down with your tailbone down towards the floor. So if I stand side on with my wide feet and I do a plie, can you see how I'm going to pretend I'm sliding down an imaginary wall? So this is stretching out your inner thighs, tailbone is dropping down, and your bottom is not sticking out. Yeah, just gently sliding down. Now we go into a little bounce, a little transference of weight now. So I can bounce for 2 times, 1, 2, and I can transfer my weight, toe on the floor. Then I can bounce, 1, 2, transfer my weight, toe on the floor. Now I can start to lift if you wish. You can start to lift and balance, and just really hold your balance, and then lengthen up if you feel you can really stretch up. If you feel better keeping your hands on your hips, that's fine. Bounce, bounce, transfer your weight, and reach and lengthen. Really straighten your leg, straighten your arms up. Very good, everybody. Can we do it again? Bounce, bounce, and lift and hold. Keep that standing leg strong. Very good. And bounce, bounce, and lengthen up. Very good. Good. Now from here, what I want you to do is bring your feet into a V stance so that your heels are together and your toes are out. And I'm going to go into a side bend. I'm going to side bend over, right? And then I'm going to come down, rolling down through the center. Now, because I'm tight in my lower back, I'm going to allow my knees to fall apart, but you could keep your knees to your legs long. Then I'm going to tuck under with my tailbone and roll back up. It's a beautiful exercise. This arm, I'm going to switch arms. Arms come up. We come over into this lovely side bend. We circle and we roll down towards the floor. Now, I've released my back a wee bit, so I don't need to bend my knees out so much to the side. Now, just let go of any tension in your arms, your shoulders, your neck. Breathe in, tuck under with your tailbone, and rebuild the spine bone by bone. Can we take it a little bit more fluidly now? Over and drop down and rolling up. Other arm comes up and over, circle and roll down, and then roll up. Beautiful. You should feel nice and loose now. Now grab your bands and we'll do some rowing for the upper body posture. So I'm going to come side on and I'm going to bend my forward leg, bend my back leg. So I'm into a bit of a lunge. Now, can you see my spine's in a straight line? So back of head, middle of the spine, lower back, one long line. Now I'm going to roll and I'm going to breathe in. Keep your shoulders sliding down as you lift your elbows up towards the ceiling. So everybody should be in a hinge position. So I've hinged from the top of my hip crease and my elbows are out to the side and I'm feeling the stretch across the front of my pectoral muscles, my shoulder muscles, front of shoulders, and then my shoulder blades are coming together as I lift my elbows. Yes, good. Breathing in, breathing out as you lift your elbows up, breathe in as you release the band. Exhale, lift, and you should feel that your shoulder blades are working. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different with the arms on the other side. So I'm going to change feet. Okay, I've turned around to change feet, but this time the arms are coming out. So I'm going to be working my lats now. Again, bend your knees, hinge from the top of your hip crease, pull your tummy in and lift and release. Exhale. Now, with this exercise, and we'll come face on to you, you have to be careful that you don't recruit the tips of your shoulders. So shoulders stay down as you raise your arms out to the side. And I know that's not easy for everyone. We're building up strength. So the effort is on the stretch. So you exhale, you inhale, release. Very good. And again, your back is in line. So you're keeping your spine in line. So if you had a broom handle, it would just touch the back of your head, middle of your spine, and your sacrum. Yeah, good. Whew. That's hard work for the arms, isn't it? So now we're going to take the band behind our mid backs, just behind here, and we're going to pull the arms forward in front. So this is a nice exercise for rotation. So I'm going to stretch the arms forward and then just bring my elbows in and forward and in like a piston. Okay, once we've got used to doing this exercise, the arms stay forward and I'm going to just let my left arm rotate out, follow it with my head and then bring it back. And then I'm going to do the same to the other side. So my left arm stays forward this time, and my right arm goes out. So I'm breathing in, breathing out as I rotate, turning my head, and breathe in to return. Arms forward, that's it, Margaret, and then out to the side. And just notice the degree of rotation that you have. So if you notice, my feet are staying forward, pelvis is staying forward. So the watch point here is that your pelvis doesn't move. It's just the middle of your spine, your thoracic spine, that's moving. So we're working independently of our pelvis. Very good. Now, coming down onto the floor, we're going to keep the band here because you get this lovely resistance stretch when we come into cat-cow, and you've got the band just roughly underneath your armpits, but behind your mid-back. And you can pin the ends of the band down onto the mat, flat hands. So what I want you to do is draw your belly up and your ribs up to the spine. Keep your head centered. Don't let it drop down like that, but keep it centered. And then I want you just to tuck under with your tailbone and stretch out your spine. Look towards the top of your thighs. This is your cat. Breathe in and lift your tailbone and look up. So just arch your back into the C curve, but I really want you to tuck your chin in. And then I want you to lift your head, your breastbone, and lift your hips. So you're getting that curvature in your lumbar spine. This is a spine ripple, and it's so important to do this exercise because it prevents your back from stiffening up. Just don't hold your breath. You could try breathing in as you look up, and then you could try exhaling into the cat or the C curve. Breathe in as you take in fresh air and exhale as you stretch. So that's probably quite a good breathing pattern to do there. Now I'm going to I'm just going to gather up the ends of the bands into my right hand, and I'm going to thread the arm underneath and under the left elbow and back out again. So I'm opening up the body as I breathe in and exhaling as I go into the rotation. And you feel quite a stretch. It's a great exercise to do with the band because it's really just going to help your back. And breathe in again and open. It looks good, everybody. And exhale. So I'm taking my arm out to the side as much as I can. I'll just turn around so you can see me on this side. So you don't need to turn around. And open up as far as you can. Just lift your arm and thread under. Now, you can bend your supporting elbow if you wish to bring your shoulder down and through. So really, this exercise is about threading your arm as far under and stretching out your shoulder as much as you can. You don't have to bring your shoulder down onto the mat, but just feel the arm lengthen. Last time, everyone. Yep, excellent. Enjoy the stretch. Try to keep your hips as level as you can as you do it. Good. Now I'm going to do one of my favorite exercises, especially for backs, is the mechanical cat. So you may need to watch this. I'm just going to lower my laptop a little bit now that I'm not standing, and you'll see the mat a lot clearer. So my arms are going to be quite wide apart, actually. You can see in the camera that they're wide with the fingers spread. So I can take my hips back towards my heels. Now this is the best bit. I'm going to round. I'm tucking my tailbone under and I'm rounding my back. Now I transfer my body weight forward into a little bit of a push up and I come up. Now this is going to really work to bring strength into your body, especially your arms and your shoulders. So I'm going to round my back, bring myself forward. Now you have to bend your elbows as you lower your chest. You need to exhale to push up. And it's very good for your upper body strength and bone building. This is the first part of the exercise. Yes, there's more to come. Now, if you can only go down and lower a wee bit, then that's absolutely fine. Don't feel you have to bring your chest all the way down. We're all different in terms of what we can get our bodies to do. Now, I'm going to come back up. I'm now going to lift my lower legs and I'm going to take them over to my left, just going to swing them around, and then I'm going to open up my knees and bring my arms to the ceiling. This is one of my favorite moves. I want you to feel as if you're like elastic, okay? And then bring your hand back. Sit back. We're going to transfer forward again into our push-up. Push up, lift your knees, you lift your lower legs. I'm going to take them over to my right, heels together, and then I'm just going to open up the front of my body, bringing my arms to the ceiling. It's great. And then coming back. Shall we try that once more? So we're going to hips to heels, come forward into your push-up, push up, lift your legs, your lower legs, swivel them over to one side, you're onto one hand, and you open up your knee. Your top knee will open up towards the ceiling. Very good. Last time to your other side. Hips to heels, round the back, mechanical cat, push up, lift the lower legs, angle them over to one side, open the knees, stretch the arms up to the ceiling. And how good is that? So a lovely little sequence for you to follow there. Okay, now we're going to sit on the ball. So we're going to find our balls. That's right. Now you should be able to, the balls are burst proof. So this is for balance. So I'm going to sit here on my ball. And I thought we would combine the band at the same time. So I've got spider legs or diamond legs. And if you want to, we can just practice, first of all, just getting your balance. Okay, because sometimes with this position, it's not easy to balance. I want you to lengthen up. I want you to really have a lovely straight erect spine, elbows down below your shoulders, and then rotate to one side, back to center on the inhale, exhale to the other side. Are you doing well with your balance? Now, if you feel your balance is not right on the ball, you can come off. Okay, now, do you think we could bring the band into it as well? So if we take the band, and this is a really good way of using the band if you've got postural issues in your upper back. So I can take the band, and it is better to stretch the band behind your shoulders rather than in front of your shoulders. And again, you want to lift your chest and sit as tall as you can. And the band will keep your arms in the correct position. So we're just breathing in, breathing out as you turn. See if you can look at your hand behind you. Inhale back to center and exhale the other way. Very good. Whew. but the ball's going to give you that little bit of extra elevation. Okay, and then we'll come off the ball and we will use the ball and the band for the next exercise. So many people are tight in their hip flexors, down, in the front of the thighs. So I'm going to get you to place the ball between your thighs, and you might be as well to, I'm going to put my band into 4. I've quartered the band. So I think you either half the band or you quarter it. And the exercise goes like this. So again, it's the capital Z, but squeezing the ball and taking the band back above your head and pulling the band apart as you squeeze the ball 3 times. So it goes, and then come upright and bring the band down. So we'll try that again. The arms start forward and you're in that nice straight line. Important thing is not to fold from the hips. Then, keeping your tummy tight and your bottom tight, come back into the capital Z and bring your band above your head. Now this makes it more difficult. Squeeze and pull the band. 1, 2, 3, and center. And we'll try that one more time. Forward, come into your thigh stretch, band above the head. And rest there. So hard work for the arms, but also working pelvic floor by squeezing the ball. So we're coming onto our bottoms now, and you can take the band round your feet because we're going to go rowing. So band is a great support, especially if you've got back issues as well. And we can, I don't know if you can see my blue band, probably a little bit too much like the color of the mat, but we're just going to hold the band quite short. So, I'm holding it with a lot of traction here. Depends on your band, of course. And we want to sit as tall as we can, right on top of your sit bones. And then we really want to tilt your pelvis by tucking under and just having a little pull, but we're really not wanting to use our shoulders. The band's there for support. Now you want to look down at your belly at this point, and then you want to breathe in and pull your tummy in as you come up. That's a very familiar exercise, but really it's really using your 6-pack muscle, not your shoulders. Shoulders stay wide and relaxed. You breathe in, you exhale, and you watch your tummy pulling in as you come up. Now we're going to start rowing by pulling one elbow behind. So at this point, I'm still sitting on top of my sit bones, and I'm going to pull my elbow back. Now this exercise is working your oblique muscles because you're having to twist and twist. Now I'm turning my head to look at my elbow that's pulling back. And can you feel that stretch? Breathe out as you pull your elbow back. Inhale as you release. Now I'm going to do that on the other side. But I want you to feel what's happening in your body. Can you feel that stretch and that oblique twist? Good. Now we're going to roll down. So we're going to sit tall, tuck under, and I know some of you will be able to do it without the band in a minute. We're going to roll back, shoulder blades down, make sure you've got enough room to take yourself back. Breathe in, feel the total body stretch with straight legs. Exhale to lift your head, look down at your tummy and roll back up. Now, what we're going to do is just lift one leg like this. So we'll try this version first, and then we can go to We can do it without the band if you wish. So very, very slow controlled movement as you go back. Leg comes right up to the ceiling. Very good. Your other heel is into the floor. You breathe in as you lift your head. You exhale as you come back up. Lovely. And we can do that again. We can now seesaw. Think of it as a seesaw. Now, this is really important if you have a weakness in your lower back, that you do use the band, because if your lower back isn't strong enough, it's not a good idea. Okay, but the band is good. The band is good. Now I'm going to change over, because one side is always slightly stronger than the other. Okay, I'm going to flex the foot of the extended leg. Roll back. You get a lovely stretch with your leg to the ceiling. Great for hamstrings, tight hamstrings. Breathe in and exhale back. Beautiful. And one more time. A little bit smoother, a little bit more fluidly. Now it's your choice. You either do away with the band, well, try doing away with the band, or you use the band yourself. So I'm going to bring this knee in, and I'm going to stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch. Now I'm going to hold it there, and my arms are forward. Other foot is flexed. Now I'm going to go back with control, control, control. There you go, very slowly. Arms to the ceiling, leg to the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, head lifts, arms come forward, and you come back up. Now, if you find, please do use the band. We're going to try this again. And exhale. Well done. I'm going to try this on the other side now. So I'm going to flex, straighten. We do this in preparation for climbing a tree. We're not going to climb a tree though tonight. And I'm going to hold the leg there. Arms come forward. And I'm going to see if I'm stronger or weaker on this side as I come down. Breathe in. Exhale. This is my stronger side. So I wonder if you've got a stronger side, because it doesn't take so much effort to come up, to roll up on one side compared to the other. Okay, well done, everyone. Now we're going to take our feet onto the ball, and I'm going to find my band again. This is an especially long band, so I'm just going to again fold it up a little bit to make it less long, and we're going to bring the ball in towards your bottom. So I'm going to roll the ball in towards my bottom, and my tippy toes are on the ball. The band, my yellow band, is to the ceiling, palms facing away. Now I'm just going to pull the band apart as I stretch the legs long and really pull in. I want you to work your core and strengthen your back here. So really flex the feet, roll the ball back in again. Band can come to the top of your knees. Breathe in, exhale. Really keep your core active as you stretch the band and stretch the legs. Good. And breathe in. And exhale. Good. Try using one leg now. One leg draws the ball in, the other leg straightens to 45 degrees. Okay, so you're just coordinating the legs. Good. Now, going to now switch legs. So I'm going to put my other foot on the ball, other leg in tabletop, roll away. Now, if you want to, you can now start to lift your head and shoulders a little bit off the floor as you do this. So have you got the coordination, tabletop leg to 45 degrees extension? That's it. And then bring your head back down onto the floor. Now, to strengthen the hips, we'll not use the band in this exercise, but we'll take the ball between your thighs and we're going to extend one leg. Now you have to almost glue your thighs into the ball, and you're going to have to be strong through the foot on the floor, because you're going to try and be even with the hips, level across the hips as you push your foot down into the floor to lift up into a bridge. It's not as easy as you think. So you're going to breathe in and exhale and lift your hips. So you are having to squeeze the ball and you're having to really work the glute of the foot that's flat into the floor. That's it. And my hands are on my hips so that I'm level. I'm going to try and keep my hips level. It's not easy. And back down. And then do change over. And notice if one half of your sacrum comes down first before the other half. With this side, I'm a bit more even coming down onto the floor. But with my right leg extended, my right side of my sacrum comes down first. Just notice how that feels for you. So it's quite hard work to push up and down. You've got to keep really strong. Very good. And lower down, Moira. That's it. Good. Well done indeed, everybody. Okay, let's do a simple core. Sometimes the simple things are the best. Now, this one is a really good core exercise. And you know, if you find it too much, you'll just have to adjust the pressure of your heel into the ball because it is very strong. Now I'm going to rest my heels lightly, try not to make a dent. Going to have to make sure my core is switched on because I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to exhale as I lift one leg up. But the heel of the other leg is light into the ball, so it's very difficult. And then I'm going to lower it down. I'm going to do the same leg 5 times. Okay, so do adjust. Try not to dent the ball with your heel, and you'll really start to feel your core muscles having to work. Remember to blow the air out as you lift, because that's the hardest part of the exercise. Then inhale to control the leg down. Now I'm going to change over. I have to save some energy and do the same on the other side. Keep your hips level. Now think about your lower back. It mustn't strain. So rest if you need to rest, please do. And Jane, do be careful with your back with this one because it is hard. You might need to make sure you've got your foot, yes, your other foot flat and lift the other leg because it's with your feet into the ball, it's really quite hard work to lift a straight leg and lower a straight leg. That's it. And we'll do a little nice little exercise called tick-tock just to relax off your back after that exercise. So if you take the ball between your knees, I love this, and you take your arms as wide like a T, you can do an open chain, knee roll, use your core to bring your legs back to center, and then over to the other side. Love this because you get a fabulous stretch. And exhale. And again, only take your knees over as far to the side as you feel is comfortable. My back's okay about going right down to one side, but it's not for everyone, remember. So you have to listen to your body. Now, from this lovely tick-tock, could you now take it into a lovely corkscrew of a circle? So I'm going to draw a circle down and around and up. I'm just going to do 3 circles one way. And you can feel this under your pelvis. Do you feel as if you're giving your lower back a bit of a massage as you do this? And then let's reverse the circle for 3. 1 and 2. And my feet, my insteps are connected. So my feet are almost together as I do this. That's quite a soothing one, isn't it? So can we go into froggies now? Are you able to put the ball between your ankles and stretch your legs? Now, do be careful with this. If it's not right for you, have one foot on the floor and just stretch the other leg. I'm going to turn my position on the floor so you can see a wee bit better what I'm doing, and then stretch out long. Open the knees as you bring the ball in. Exhale as you extend the legs long. So again, this is quite a powerful core exercise because you're really having to pull up and in on the stretch. So listen to your body, please, with this one. That's it. It's very good. Excellent. Last one. So from being on our backs, we're now going to go onto our side. And I really want you to, I know you've done side lying leg lift with the ball between our ankles before, but I want you to work hard at this. It's very easy just to take things easy and not try very. So I've got the ball between my ankles, very simple, and my feet are flexed. And I want you to think about having that wee gap here below your waistline and the mat. And I want you to lift the legs, and I want you to squeeze 2, 3, 4, 5, and then lower to about 1 centimeter off the floor. So I want you to breathe in, head faces forward, exhale, squeeze, lift, and squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. And you'll find most of you will be able to balance with your top hand either in the air or on your thigh, and squeeze. Now keep working pelvic floor, tummy pulls in as you hold and squeeze for 5. It should be hard work. And then lower. Now we're going to bend our knees and try to touch your bottom with your heels. No, and I can't get my heels near my bottom, but you're going to stretch out the front of your thighs as you bring your heels towards your bottom. That's it. And then extend your legs. Again, you might be able to balance with your hand on your thigh. Breathe in and exhale and squeeze. Now your bottom should be squeezing and the front of your thighs. That's it. Good. And then just do that one more time. Good. And then let's take the ball away for a moment and let's test our core by coming up into side hip lift. So easy version like we did last week. I'm onto my elbow, edge of my hand, lower leg is bent, top leg is straight. Lift your waist off the floor, up you come, hip lift. Very nice, good core, everybody, well done. And back down. And exhale, lift. Oh, and stretch your top hip right up to the ceiling and back down. Now, only if you want to and you're feeling energetic, do you stretch both legs long, cross top foot over the bottom foot, and up you come. It's not, maybe not for everyone, but just see if you can do a side bridge. Very good. And back down. Stay at whatever level suits you. Coming up. Good. And watch your neck, especially if you have a neck issue. and then coming down. Now we're going to transition into prone and take the band behind your lower back. Again, fold it up, make it quite short. So fold it in half, fold it into 4, and have the band below your bottom. So you've got a short amount of band between your hands, just a short amount. It's pulling your arms down and your shoulders together. Big toes lightly into the floor, kneecaps lifted, tummy pulled in, chin tucked, back of neck long. Breathe in, pull the band apart as you lift, lower. Exhale, lift. Now only lift your upper chest if you feel it's okay for your back, or Jane, you may prefer not to lift your chest at all, just lift your arms and pull your arms back. Don't want it to go into your lower back, if that's okay. Whew. Now, I'm going to try and combine this with the prone squeeze. So the prone squeeze is great for tightening up your bottom. I'm just going to put the ball between my thighs, and I'm going to have my heels turned out, as you can see in the camera. And first of all, just squeeze and feel your bottom tightening up. Tuck your chin, pull your tummy in, bring your heels parallel to the ceiling, squeeze the ball between your thighs, and then relax and let your heels fall apart. Okay, do you think we could combine the prone squeeze with the arm lift? Breathe in, exhale, squeeze the ball, lift your arms, and then relax. Could you do that 3 more times? Yeah, makes you very strong. That's it. Good. And squeeze the ball. So double whammy. Yeah. Good. Last time. Okay. And coming on to the other side. Do you know, I can't remember what side I was facing. Do you know that? I think I was facing the other way. Anyway, I'm tucking the ball between my legs, the ankles, and just going to, no, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to turn around because I think I've done that side before. So I'm this way. Just had to think just now. Okay. And I'll know when I play it back, recording back, if I've changed both sides. So flex your feet, active core, tummy pulled in, arm on your thigh or up to the ceiling, squeeze. And lower down. And squeeze. We want to strengthen your ankles as well as your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Last time. Then we're going to just flex the legs, heels to your bottom. Now try and get a straight line running down your thighs so you get this stretch for your hip flexor. And then straighten your legs again. Breathe in, exhale and stretch. Heels to your bottom. Can everybody feel that stretch down the front of their thighs? Try to keep your thighs, there'll be a little gap between your thighs as you do this. Ooh, squeeze your bottom at the same time. Well done. Very good, everyone. And now I would like to do a double twist. Now this is a new exercise and it really works to get your abdominal muscles working. So I hope you can see me. I'm going to build up on it. I'm going to build up. What I want you to do is have your hands behind your head, interlock your fingers, and have your elbows pointing up towards the ceiling, feet flat. So I'm going to curl up, open my elbows, close my elbows, and come down. It's important you get the elbow movement. Breathe in, curl up, elbows pointed. Open the elbows, close them, and then come down. Now, going to now do something with the legs. I want you to bring your feet together and your knees together, glue them together. Elbows pointing to the ceiling. Curl up. Move your knees over to the right and open your elbows. Close your elbows, bring your knees back to center and head down. Curl up, pointy elbows. Knees are going to go to the left. Open your elbows wide and feel the stretch. Elbows come forward again, knees to center and then down. Now we come into the obliques, which is the double twist. Now we'll just practice the obliques first. So bring the head up, curl up, twist to the right and open up your elbows. Come back to center with closed elbows, head down. Breathe in, exhale, curl up, twist to the left, open your elbows, close your elbows and come back down. And now the knees are going to come into the equation, so it becomes a double twist. Pointy elbows, breathe in, exhale, curl up. Now my knees are going to go to my left and I'm going to twist to my right and open up my elbows. Can you feel it? Come back to center with pointy elbows, knees, head back down. Okay, well done. Exhale, curl up. Knees are going to go to my left. Sorry, knees are going to go to my right. Open up my elbows as I twist to the left. Elbows come forward again, knees to center and back down. Can you go for this in your own time? See if you can remember the sequence. Really should make your abs work. So you're gonna, that's it, good. Knees go one way, you go the other way and you open the elbows. Yes, and you should start to feel it. Yeah. Just remember the sequence. Knees come back, we'll come back to center. If you forget, just that's it, Phil. Curl up, Phil, that's it. Knees go one way and you're going to twist. That's it, you've got it, you've got it. Are you okay with this, Jane? Yeah, well done, excellent, good. Lovely, and relax. I'm hoping you'll tell me after the end here how you've got on with that. Now, let's do a great exercise now, balancing on the ball. So we're going to place the ball underneath our sacrum. Got a lovely little sequence here for you. So we're going to place the ball underneath your sacrum, your lower back. It should feel nice. And just check that you're level across the front of your pelvis with your two front hip bones. Good. Fingertips can be on the floor to begin with. And then you're going to bring one leg up into knee fold. Core active. And bring the other leg up to join it, like we did last week. So we're balancing. We're balancing on the ball. Try not to have your legs all over the place. Try to bring your knees together or just parallel and feet parallel. Now, can you balance with your arms to the ceiling? Good. Well done. Can you stretch your legs to 45 degrees and open your arms to the side? So my arms are out to the side like a T. And my legs are long. Good. Can you bring your legs back into tabletop and bring your arms to the ceiling again? So you're balancing. Breathe in. Exhale. Legs long, arms wide. Can you open the legs and split them apart? Arms are wide, feet are wide apart. Bring the feet together and bring the arms together.
up to the ceiling and open. So you're a bit like a Cracker Jack, opening and closing. Now I know this might be tricky, so just do what you can at your own level, Alison. Just maybe have your hands on the floor and do toe taps with each leg. Good, because this is a wee bit. Now I'm going to take it into the bug. So could you please bring your legs back into your 90-degree tabletop and have your palms facing away from you, arms to the ceiling. Now, right arm, left leg stretches away in opposite directions. Bring it back. Left leg, right arm, stretch away, bring it back. Now keep using your breath. Exhale into the diagonal stretch. Inhale back and stretch. I'm just coming off to have a wee look. Keep the leg nice and long. That's it. Keep the control. Looks good, everyone. And then, do you think you might be able to balance on the ball to do double leg circles? So could you now just bring your legs to the ceiling and have your insteps of your feet together? You may want your fingertips on the floor, don't know. And then split the legs apart and just circle them away in opposite directions. So again, it's a strong core exercise. That's it. Beautiful circles on the ceiling with your toes. And then let's reverse the circles down, around and up. It could be quite small, quite controlled circles just to work your core. Well done. And then bend your knees and bring your feet down onto the floor. Lift your hips to take the ball away. And then go into a lovely full body stretch and relax with your arms beyond your head or into a goalpost position, and legs are long with your toes just turned out. So you can relax your body completely after that. Good. And then I would just like to finish with the scorpion, which we did last week, because it's a somatic exercise, makes you feel as if you're 5 years old again. So you feel your body is young and it's fit. So remember, we did the scorpion. I'm going to revise this. It's a great exercise, this. I'm just going to have my hands flat into the floor, either side of my chest, and I'm going to lift one leg and I'm going to tap it across. So I start off nice and low and nice and small range movement. Lift my other leg up and tap it across. Now don't worry if your toe doesn't touch the floor on one side. Mine doesn't on one side. It's a bit more tricky on one side to touch the floor. Now we become a little bit more adventurous and we start to push through our hand to come up. So you need a wee bit of upper body strength just to push up through your hand. Yes, that's it. And now I'm stretching a little bit more and a little bit more. Now, I can now start to come up and sweep my arm out to the side, and it becomes effortless. Lifting the leg, the foot comes across and I open like that. And it's a little bit of letting go. It's a little bit of letting go, and you're just, I'm going to end up now coming to face the camera. So I'm now coming up into zigzag legs. So I've come up into zigzag legs, and we're just going to finish off with a lovely mermaid and reverse arm. If you can bring your forearm down onto the floor, that is brilliant. And over we go. And I'm going to circle down, and I'm going to, now watch this, I'm going to now open and stretch, because this is my transition to do mermaid on the other side. Now, is it possible? It depends on your hips. If your hips don't like it, then that's okay, but we're just lifting the chest and having a good stretch from one side to the other. Now, I can't remember where my hips were, my legs were this side or not. Anyway, we're coming into zigzag legs. I'm coming over and back. Yes, I've gone to a different side. That's good. So my elbow comes down onto the floor on this side, and I stretch over, lateral flexion for the back. Oh, stretch, and there, and that's us. We're finished. Let me just stop the recording.